You're watching Fugitive Red-Eye, and welcome to another tier list video. And here we have TellTales The Walking Dead. Now, I've done a tier list on this a while back, and in that tier list it was super outdated because I hadn't played Seasons 3 or 4 yet. Now I have, so I'm actually going to be ranking the characters from that season, from those seasons, rather. And also, some of my opinions have changed, so I am still going to create a Don't Know tier, just because I don't know all of these here. There's probably some that are from, like, Michonne, or fucking 400 Days that I just don't remember, because I haven't played 400 Days in forever. Because 400 Days sucked. I fucking hated 400 Days. So this guy, I want to say this is part of the group in, like, Season 4, right? And I'm going to be honest, as you guys know, it's a hot take, but I don't care for Season 4 really all that much. So I'm just going to put him in, like, C tier. We'll also add an F tier as well, just because. And this is Abel. You know, he does what he needs to do for the plot, I suppose, so we'll put him in C tier. AJ. We'll put AJ in S tier. AJ's the one thing I liked about Season 4. I actually really like AJ. That whole dynamic is the best part of Season 4. Alvin. Alvin's A tier. So yeah, Alvin I really like. He's probably low A tier because he is Cabin Group, which, you know, they're not the best group of characters. But I did like him. Alvin is, he has a really cool moment in Episode 3, if he's in Episode 3, depending on your choices. This will have spoilers, by the way, so that's your one and only warning. But yeah, like, if Alvin survives into Episode 3, he has a really cool death in Episode 3 of Season 2 that I really like. Andy St. John is probably the best of the St. Johns, and I think, I view the St. Johns more as, like, a whole package. And I would put them in A tier. They're definitely above Alvin. I like Alvin. Again, he's not the most fleshed out because he's a Season 2 character and part of Cabin Group. Arvo. Yeah, fuck Arvo. Arvo's a fucking piece of shit. He betrays you no matter what, even if you don't fucking rob him. I forget this chick's name, but she's in Season 3. I don't remember her that well, I'm being perfectly honest. I've only played through Season 3 once. So my opinions on Season 3 are still probably going to be fairly limited. Also, when I did this tier list initially, I didn't recognize Carly for some retarded reason. So I'm obviously going to rectify that and rank her accordingly. Like, this is Carly right here, obviously. Somehow I didn't recognize her. I think it looked like a hoodie, her hair did, because of the background in that image they chose. This is another chick from Season 3 who I don't really remember all that well. Ben. Now, this is going to be a controversial ranking. I like Ben. He's a fuck-up. He's a total fuck-up. I'll fully acknowledge that, right? But I like his arc and the moments he has with Kenny at the end of Season 1, especially if you keep him alive after Crawford, and then Kenny tries to save him and then ultimately puts him down. I think Ben is a character that gets a lot of undeserved hate. Like, he's definitely not the best character, like, he's not the best person, right? But he's a teenager, and he's stupid, and he's young, and trying to figure shit out. And at the end of the day, he, you know, he's a fuck-up, but he knows he's a fuck-up, and he tries to make things right in the end, which I appreciate. Alright, Bonnie. F. 400 Days character, I think. We'll put him in F. No, we'll put him in D, because I don't... No, we'll put him in Don't Know. 400 Days, like, is very forgettable, honestly. Like, he's some character from 400 Days, but I fucking hate 400 Days. What's her name? Linda? I think her name's Linda. Linda St. John. We'll put her in B tier. She's definitely the lesser of the St. Johns. She's... Actually, we're going to put all the St. Johns as a group. Like I said, the St. Johns are all pretty iconic. Bree. Yeah, I don't like Bree. I don't hate her as much as I do Vernon, because she wasn't technically there to steal the... You know what? No. Yes, I do. Fuck Bree. Bree's not as bad as Arvo and Bonnie, but she's bad. This is a character I don't immediately recognize. It's probably a season 3 or 4 character. Even though I have seen seasons 3 and 4, it is hard for me to rank some of the characters because a lot of them are just kind of forgettable, especially in season 4. Carly. She's going in A tier. I like Carly. You know, she doesn't have a ton of screen time in episodes 2 and 3, but she is utilized pretty well for what she is. Carlos. Carlos is going in D tier. Now, I don't like Carlos. I have a lot of problems with Carlos, but I don't have the same vitriolic hatred for him that I do for especially Bonnie and Arvo, but also to an extent Brie. Carlos, I think, there's a few theories with Carlos, right? Theory number 1 is that he's not a real doctor, and that's why he couldn't recognize that your dog bite was in fact a dog bite. I've heard another theory that I actually like a little bit more, that adds both reason to hate the character and a little bit more complexity to him, in that he is a doctor, he recognized it was a dog bite, but he chose to let you die in order so that you couldn't influence Sarah. Which itself is like, well then fuck you, Carlos. But another angle on that theory is he knows that Carver could very easily use someone to infiltrate, right? Like that's something Carver would do, and something Carver has done. So it's not completely out of the question that Clementine could have theoretically been working for Carver. So if that was part of the motivation behind it too, I can understand it more. It doesn't justify it, and still, fuck him. He's also a terrible father. And also there's the theory that, you know, it's just bad writing, and he couldn't tell because the plot needed him not to, or maybe the thing was too mangled, but it looks pretty different than the zombie bites. But yeah, Carlos, I'm not a fan, but he's not the worst. Carver, S tier. I fucking love Carver. Carver is such a good villain. My only real criticism of Carver is that they don't utilize him enough. Like, he could have been utilized better, I think, but he's such a good character. Krista. Krista's gonna go in A tier, maybe even B tier, honestly. But we'll put her in. We might. I'm thinking, do we keep Alvin in A tier or do we move him down to B? I think we're putting Alvin in B. I think that's what we're doing. Like I said, I like Alvin, but no, you know what? We'll keep Alvin in A. Krista. I mean, Krista is more of a fleshed out character than Alvin. But honestly, she's not as interesting as Omid, even. I like Krista. We're going to put her in B tier. Chuck. We're going to put Chuck in A tier. I like Chuck a lot. I wish they utilized him more as well. He did accomplish what the plot set out for him to accomplish. But he's such a short-lived character. It would have been cool to have him in it more. Alright, Clementine. S tier. I don't particularly like the Season 4 version of Clementine, but she is going in S tier. I believe this is another 400 Days character, which I don't remember. 400 Days I just don't remember, because it just isn't good. I really don't like 400 Days. Conrad. I liked Conrad. I'm not, like, crazy about him. He was interesting. To be fair, I killed him. Like, you can save him, and apparently he gets more fleshed out if you keep him alive. But I killed him when he threatened Clementine in Season 3, so I didn't really experience much of him. But I had nothing against him as a character, per se, so we'll put him in B. Danny St. John. Again, the St. Johns we're going to put as a package. I'd say Andy and Danny are above Linda. I would put Ben above them, though, and Carly, obviously. I'd put Carly above Ben, obviously. And I'd put Chuck above them as... I'd probably put Chuck above Ben, too, because Chuck's just a really cool character. He's just very short-lived. All right. Are you ready for a very, very spicy take? David, S tier. I genuinely really like David as a character. I think the plot line between him and Javi is, like, why I actually really like Season 3. Like, legitimately, David is a really good character, and the fan base fucking hates him. And I get it, right? He's the abusive older brother, and he's really aggressive and temperamental, and he gets pissed off at you even if you didn't get with Kate. But nevertheless, I still really like David. I think he's a really good character, and I think he's really underrated. Doug. Doug's going in B tier. Doug's alright, but Carly's the better choice by far. Duck. I like Duck a lot, but is he much of a character? Does he really have much depth? I would say no. But as a plot device, he is very important to Kenny. And he's also really funny when you let him play detective. So I think we're going to put him in A tier, maybe just above Alvin. Maybe just below Alvin even. I don't know. I don't understand why the fan base has like a hate boner for Duck now. Like there's a lot of people who don't like Duck. When he's just like a kid. He's just like a kid that is just doing his thing. And I like Duck. He's funny. All right. This is that chick from New Frontier. She's all right. I'm not like crazy about her. I'd probably put her somewhere below Doug. Maybe even top of C tier. Gabe's kind of underrated. I'm gonna honestly put Gabe. Gabe is kind of similar to Ben, right? Like he's annoying and stuff like that, but he has a similar vibe to Ben, where like by the end of it, he's trying to fix shit, right? Like, and when you have him actually like prevent David from turning and put him out, I actually really like that scene. So I think that elevates him a little bit. I'd actually put him above Conrad for sure. I quite like Gabe. I think he's underrated. All right, Glenn. So the show crossover the characters within the show, they're not bad. But in the game, they're just kind of there, and it feels kind of unnecessary. So we're putting Gabe in C tier. Or, not Gabe, Glenn. I put Gabe in B tier. Putting Glenn in... I'm not going to edit this at all, by the way. Alright, Vernon. F tier. Fuck you, Vernon, you piece of shit. I think his name's... Is this guy's name John? He's like that zombie lover guy. We're putting him in D tier. Maybe even F tier. But we'll put him in D tier. He's like low D tier. Low end of D tier. Don't care for him. Jane! I think it's pretty fucking obvious she's going in F tier. Fuck Jane. Worst fucking character ever. Javi. S tier. Genuinely really liked his story in Season 3. It's, like I said, the only thing I really liked about Season 3. Is this that, Jesus guy who's like a show crossover? I don't think so, because he looks a little different, right? Which one is this? I don't see him here otherwise, so maybe that is him. We're gonna go on the assumption that that's who this... Yes, that is. This is, I think they call him Jesus. No. I didn't... I thought... Again, the show crossover characters, I think, were really kind of lame. Or not show, but comic crossover characters. You know what I mean. Yeah. He's, he felt really unnecessary. And I did not care for him at all. Is this chick's name, like, Eleanor or something? She's that New Frontier bitch who's, like, sadistic and evil. I don't have the same... We'll put her in D tier, I think. She's a villain. Like, this is... It's hard to determine whether I want to go on this list, whether it's how much I like them or how good of a character they are, right? But I don't like this bitch. So either way, she's going in D tier. This is, I think, that chick that was with Vernon and them in 400 Days, right? Like, she's one of the ones who, like, ran off with them on the boat. We'll put her in D tier. Alright, Kate. D tier. I know, controversial. I don't like Kate. I really don't. Katya. We will put Katya in high B tier, because she is a really good character. Once again, in a similar vein to Duck, she's more of a plot device for Kenny. She is more of a character to Duck, but I think I like Duck more just because he's more funny. Like, it's hard to say. I'm going to put her top of B tier. Kenny! Alright, now, there are one of two ways to go about this. Now, I could just put him in S tier, which is the obvious choice, or I could do this. And create a Kenny tier. Just for Kenny. That's right. Kenny is the GOAT. Fucking love Kenny. I think that goes without saying if you've seen my videos. Kenny is easily the best Walking Dead character, the best Telltale character, and in fact, one of my favorite characters in all of fiction. Love Kenny. Larry! Now, this is going to be kind of controversial, but I'm putting Larry at top of A tier. I really like Larry. Like, he's a piece of shit, and I love to hate him in the game, but as a character, I really like Larry. He's funny. His motivations are very similar to Kenny's. The only difference is he's opposed to you and he's a dick to you, which is why, again, he's a villain. You hate him. He's an antagonist. But he's such a good character. He's so well written. I like Larry a lot. Also, he's not racist. Alrighty. Lee. Obviously going in S tier. Lily. We are also going to put Lily in A tier. Again, I hate Lily in a lot of ways, but she's a good character. She's a really well-written villain, and she's a fucking bitch, but I think she's really well-written. I like Lily as a character. Again, as a person, I hate her, but as a character, I like her. That doctor guy who I think you, like, inject in Season 3, we'll say, like, C tier. Pretty standard fare for characters. Lewis! Lewis is alright. He's one of the characters I actually do kind of like from Season 4. So we'll put him above Conrad. Luke. So Luke is going in A tier, but he's gonna go in low A tier. Luke, I think, had a lot of potential to have been a great character, but I don't really think they utilized him the best, and I ultimately think they kind of fumbled it at the end. Who's this one? See, so some of the later season ones, even though I've played the later seasons now, I don't recognize these characters as much. Like, is this Mariana? Or is Mariana one of the ones I already placed? I don't think I see Mariana on here anywhere else. Right? We're gonna assume that this is Mariana. It looks a little old to be Mariana. But, that's the only person I can think of this being. And if it is Mariana, which we're just assuming it is, I'd put her in, like, the same tier as Gabe. Like, honestly, she works really well as a plot device as well. Mark. Mark is a very short-lived character, very underutilized, but he seems like a pretty chill guy. We'll put him in B tier. Now, I forget if this guy's name is Marlon or Myron. I know it's one of those. But he's a fucking dick. Fuck him. Matthew. Matthew is, I mean, he's there. He gets shot pretty quick. I don't necessarily have, like, a hatred for him. We'll put Matthew in C tier. Okay, so Mike. Mike is a tricky one to rank. Because Mike is a really good character for most of his screen time. The problem is, he's a piece of shit for the rest of his screen time, like his exit, when he just wants to abandon you guys. And so, he really pisses me off for that reason. But I liked him prior to that, so he's a really tricky character to rank. I'm going to put him in C tier, and maybe even high C tier, because I liked him a lot early on, and I hate him later on. I don't think it's worthy of classifying him in the same way that I would, say, Bonnie, Arvo, or Jane. And it's tempting to put him in D tier, but I did really like him earlier on, so it's really tough to actually place him. So we're going to go with C tier. Alright, is this Minerva or is this the other one? Because there's like those... I think, yeah, this one's Minerva and then this is the other one, right? I think I'm right on that. You know, Tennessee's two quote-unquote sisters. I'm going to be honest, I didn't much care for Minerva. Especially since she, like, joined up with Lily's group and then, like, betrayed everybody. Didn't really care about her. Like, the only thing I feel bad about her with is that she, like, her death affects Tennessee, and Tennessee is one of like the only characters I actually really liked in season 4. Who the fuck is this? I don't recognize this character. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. It's clearly like a season 4 character. It's probably part of the group, so we'll put him in C tier, like part of the kid group. I don't remember who he is specifically, but you know, there he is. Molly. Molly is alright. I think she's got a little bit of that girl bossy shit going for her that I really don't like. But she's pretty well written, and she's a pretty good character as far as, like, you know, what she's there to accomplish and, like, the way that she's written out and stuff like that. I do like Molly. I have, opinions, like I think that, like, again, she's also kind of short-lived. She's only in episode 4, but she's not as short-lived as, say, Mark or Chuck. Like, she has more screen time than them, or at least more of an impact. Yeah, I think we're gonna stick with B tier for Molly. Nick. Nick is another one of Cabin Group that I actually have kind of a soft spot for, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put Nick in A tier. He is also kind of a fuck-up. He also does kind of remind me of Ben in the way that he is a fuck-up at the start, and you kind of warm up to him. I do kind of have a soft spot for, like, characters like that, like, kind of likable fuck-ups. So that's kind of why I also give Gabe a little more leeway than some people do, right? But, obviously the difference with Nick is Nick isn't, like, a teenager. He's a guy in, like, his 20s. This is another part of the group in Season 4, and, they're fine. I don't even remember I don't remember most of their names, I'm gonna be honest. Omid. We're gonna put Omid in, high B tier. I actually do like Omid quite a bit, but he's definitely not a favorite character. His death is bullshit in Season 2, especially since in Season 1 you spent, like, all of Episode 4 trying to save him. I mean, you do save him, right? You go out of your way to get all this fucking medicine and stuff. But yeah. That's Herschel. This isn't Vernon, this is Herschel. I just realized. Because I saw Vernon down there. Here's the thing with Herschel. His appearance in the game, in a similar vein, and honestly, I'm going to put Glenn in B tier. Glenn doesn't deserve to be in... Oh, wait, he was in B tier. Maybe. We're going to put Herschel in B tier as well, though. Like, both of them, like, those are two fine show crossovers. They're not the worst, but they're definitely kind of forgettable that they were there. And when I say, I keep saying show crossovers, because that's what I think of Walking Dead as, but they're actually comic characters based on their comic counterpart. Pete. Pete is another one of Cabin Group that I actually like a lot. I'd actually put Pete above Alvin. I quite like Pete. Rebecca. So, Rebecca's another one that's tricky to rank. Because early on, it's really, really easy to hate Rebecca, because she's a total bitch to you at the start. But she does warm up kind of out of nowhere, and surprisingly. But, I think we're going to put Rebecca... We're going to put her either in high C tier or low B tier. I'm thinking high C tier, just above Mike, because she doesn't, like, betray you or anything like Mike does. I think that's what we're going with. Reggie. Reggie I have a bit of a soft spot for because of some of his dialogue is really funny, but that's mainly because I treat him like shit. Where, you know, he's like, why is this kid being shitty? Or like, it is kind of like his death is pretty iconic in Season 2, the way Carver just fucking boots him off the roof. That's pretty cool. And I do like that he helped you guys escape. He's not the most memorable in the world. I think we're going to put Reggie... Again, either high C or low B. I think he's not as good of a character as some of the I think we're going to put him in high C. Again, I like Reggie to a point, but he's definitely not the most memorable. All right, Ruby. I'm pretty sure her name's Ruby. Again, as with most of the group from Season 4, she's just kind of there for me. She has a couple of moments that are all right. Now, this guy I'm pretty sure is one of the protagonists from 400 Days, and if I recall, the fan base tends to really like this guy. I don't remember fuck all about him, so we're putting him in C tier. Sarah. Again, Sarah's one that's hard to rank. She's kind of annoying, but her innocence is kind of endearing. I will say, we're probably putting Sarah in low B tier. She's definitely not the most well-written. She's not the best utilized. But at the end of the day, she's just like an innocent kid, even though she's older than Clementine. She's very clearly mentally not older than Clementine. Sarita. Sarita's probably going in B tier. She's not as memorable as Katya. I'd probably place her somewhere between Krista and Gabe, honestly. This is, what, Sean Green, I think? He's fine. Inoffensive. Doesn't really bother me. But he's also not, like, super memorable, and he's less memorable than Herschel. Probably put him above, well, we're definitely putting him above Abel and that doctor guy. We'll probably put him just below Reggie, I think. I don't recognize this character. Hell, this could even be Mariana. I don't remember exactly what Mariana looks like, to be perfectly honest. But that art style makes me think it might be like a season... It's tough to tell, too. Like, I can't tell if that's the season 1 and 2 art style, or if it's just because the picture, like the lighting, makes it hard to tell. So we're just going to put in don't know. Again, if this one is Mariana and I'm just, like, wrong about the one I thought was, then, you know, adjust accordingly. Let's see. Oh, The Stranger. Stranger's got to go pretty high in A tier. I'm putting The Stranger above Larry. I really like The Stranger. One of the most iconic villains in the games. Easily. Love The Stranger. In fact, it's tempting to even put The Stranger in, like, S tier. But he doesn't have enough screen time, I think, to justify that. And he does just have, like, the one really cool moment. So I think we're putting The Stranger in top of A tier. This chick that worked for Carver, whose name escapes me. I didn't much care for her. She doesn't piss me off. Actually, you know what? No, I think I'll honestly rank her below Carlos. There you go. Alright, Tennessee. Tennessee is one of the best characters in Season 4. He's probably more memorable than some of these others in, like, A tier even. Let's put him between Luke and Nick, I think. That's what we're gonna do. Trip. I like Trip. Trip was pretty good. He was a decent enough Season 3 character. We'll put him just below Sarita, I guess, but before Gabe. Troy. Now, Troy's a pretty good character. It's, again, kind of hard to rank because he doesn't have a ton of spotlight. We're going to put Troy in B tier, I think. Probably put him just below Gabe, honestly. Vernon. Fuck you, Vernon. He has a couple of moments, and that's the only reason I'll put him above Bree. But those moments are kind of undermined by him being a fucking hypocrite who steals your boat no matter what. Vincent, I think, is his name. It's like one of the few characters from 400 Days whose name I remember. I remember Vincent and Wyatt. That's like it. I didn't care for 400 Days, as you know. There you go. D tier. Alright, ready for another spicy one? Violet. D tier. Did not care for Violet. Like, number one, I don't like the concept that Clementine can be a dyke. And number two, if you don't, like, fall in love with Violet and are constantly spending time with Violet, she, like, wants to, like, leave you on the boat and stuff, if I recall. Like, she just, like, doesn't try to save you, and she wants to just give up and die. Like, she's fucking useless. Like, Lewis is clearly the better character of the two. Matthew. Or not Matthew. Walter! What about Walter? I guess above Matthew because he has more screen time. This fucking goober whose name escapes me. He's alright. He's a decent enough Season 4 character. Again, Wyatt, I didn't care for 400 Days. So hopefully this list is a little bit better than the last one. An interesting fucking tidbit with this list is that they used the latest version of each character. So they got Season 3 Kenny, Season 4 Lee, from the flashback, Season 4 Clementine, which I think is a bit odd. I think it would have made more sense to, use versions of the characters when they're, at their peak or they're most recognizable. But yeah, that's my ranking. Hopefully better than my last one. Anyway, this has been Fugitive Red Eye. Have a good one. Toodles.